Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 3 versus 3 on Colleville, and in this one I'm going to be playing with the 15th Infantry Scots. So my plan today is to try and bring out all of the AVREs. Unfortunately can't get as many as you used to be able to way back when, but you can still get 3. So I've incorporated those into my division, and we'll be trying to play around bringing all 3 in and keeping all 3 alive throughout the game. That was kind of the challenge that I was going for. So we'll start off with one on the main road, and we can use that to push through the town potentially, and I'll try and get the others in phase B. It really does depend on obviously what our opponents do, but for the most part I think the AVREs can do quite well against, for example, the 352nd if they are in this town. The other divisions are going to be a bit more difficult, especially the 1st SS Panzer, which can bring in a Stug that can pop an AVRE if it gets too close. So I am going to have to be a little bit worried. But either way, AVRE on the field. We'll also make sure to bring up the command to accompany that, make the 2-star veteran so he gets a little bit higher rate of fire, which is really useful because the AVRE does take its absolute sweet time to reload. We'll send up a couple of infantry units, and then I'm going to be looking to cover off the left and right side. So I think on this left side I might play for an AT gun potentially, or we could just go like Vickers HMGs and stuff. It really does depend. I think I might take an AT gun to that left side, just because the 15th does have an abundance of AT guns, so it's not as punishing if you do lose one early on. And we'll make sure to cover that off with a couple of MGs. I'll have an MG push up to there, and we'll have an MG push up to just here. I might also bring a rifle leader to that left side. That gives me a command carrier that I can use. It's quite flexible. So that should cover the left and mid side, and then we might be able to send a couple things with Radical. It really does depend. Now with the Colleville map, it's quite nice for 2v2 because you do have the 2 towns that are quite pronounced on the map. But in 3v3 you also can incorporate a player into the center of the map, and that does definitely change the dynamic quite a bit. Just looking at what else I could use, potentially a 2-inch carrier for the smoke would be really nice actually if the AVRE gets in trouble. So we'll bring that in, and I think the rest will just go into recon and some more infantry. So I think I'll play recon on the left side.
Yes, sir.
And then what we'll do is have...
Taxi ready.
Yeah, we'll have the recon on the left side, and then I'll maybe bring in another recon on the right side, but not for now. Range on the Vickers HMG is 600. I'm not sure if I really want to bring one in here. I might do. Let's bring in a Vickers HMG to this orchard. Maybe that can provide some fire onto the buildings on the edge of the town if they push us quite heavily. So I'm not normally using Vickers HMGs that much. I do like them for their like ranged engagement. They can be quite lethal against infantry that come out into the open. But they don't have a great suppression effect, but just persistent fire is pretty decent, so we'll see how it does.
Gun ready, sir.
Radical's going to be starting with 3 artillery pieces, apparently. Oh, is that on the right side? He's talking about the other guy. That's 3 M1 howitzers. Wow, okay. I might have to supplement a couple of infantry squads, because that is quite the artillery start.
Ready to fire.
Okay, here comes a 2-inch mortar carrier. I might put down some smoke preemptively, but I don't really want to block the potential of the AVRE. You know, I kind of want to make it so that they're more likely to smoke than I am. Like, I kind of want this to be open. I just want to see who I'm up against. Okay, it is actually the 352nd, so I did call that right. Which is good. And that means the AVRE can have a lot of fun. And my Vickers HMG can actually do its work from the orchard here. That's great. The AVRE is just going to go straight up the road here. Let's unload the recce and have the MMG carrier engage from the left side. And I think I'm also going to bring in a honey now. Provide some AP at close range. I'm going to try and pull the AVRE over to the right so I get a shot onto these Ostrupen. Make sure all these unload. And we'll have the command carrier come over to the right side. Right, so far so good. Looks like the 116th can't make too much ground. They don't have an abundance of infantry, so it's going to be difficult for them to push through a town. I am going to start pushing up more though. I do need to be a little bit worried about things like Panzerschrecks. That could be the one thing that kind of ruins my push. So I am going to bring in a couple of recce squads here, and they can really help us identify the locations of those Panzerschrecks, potential Panzerschrecks. That line of sight's really dodgy. Straight through the middle of the buildings there. Does the job. Not going to complain. Bring in another infantry squad to accompany these others. I think there was like a Panzerjäger, like another Panzerjäger that I've got to worry about. Although if the Panzerjäger gets into line of sight of an AVRE, it's going to die. It's actually like a Panhard, I think. Panhard could still die as well. No, get forced back. Keep the rifle leader forwards. Good. On to the next one. Okay. One thing we will have to worry about a little bit is range. Like this Panzerjäger, for example, can still fire at my AVRE. But what I want to do here is make sure that my AVRE does continue to fire regardless. I'm just continuing to reverse for now, since we're reloading. And I haven't been using the 2-inch mortar carrier that well, so let's put that into a control group and we'll start moving it up. We'll try and get another shot off here, and then I will reverse. Okay, that actually did really badly. And we'll just break line of sight. Okay, I think the Panzerjäger is actually firing at the rifles and not the AVRE, so that's not too bad. Ooh, Mareki might actually get killed here by an MG. That would suck. Okay, let's bring the AVRE back into the town, like to the right road. We need to defend this right side though. Hopefully Radical can help with that, because I'm probably going to make quite a bit of ground through this town sooner than later. With the help of this AVRE. Oh, crew knockout from the Panzerjäger Stug. Let's smoke that off. Okay, never mind. It looks like Radical's got that sorted. Gonna bring some AT to the center. Okay, that's another unit down. MG's down as well. The MMG carrier's been doing a good job. Just need to make sure that these MMG carriers don't get taken out by the Panzerjägers at range. And I am going to have to supplement with more infantry, since we have lost quite a lot of men in our rifle squads. So I'm going to have to fill those back up. Or will the AVRE be smoked off? No, it looks like the smoke's a little bit far back. Come on, pop her squad in the open, please. That would be hilarious. A little bit of lag. Axis victory in 33 minutes apparently.
Wake up, boys. It's not tea time.
Not too worried about this left side for the moment. I think I'm just going to play that cool.
Your orders, sir. Roger. Advance and engage. Kameraden, Waffen
I can't bring in any supply till B.
What's the plan? What's the plan?
This AVRE is going to have to be careful not to expose to a side shot from von Richthofen.
Vehicle ready, sir. We'll find them, and we'll kill them. We can't take this anymore. It's a long way to Tipperary.
Oh, those shots coming in from that right side are really rough.
Full speed, sir.
Maybe if I can unload this and then like attack move, that would be great.
Between war and dishonor.
Not a fan of all this smoke as well, because it really does give potential for like a Panzertruck to sneak up on me or some sort of AT like from the Fusiliers, for example.
I have a bad feeling. March formation. Move out.
I think the Radical's lagging like crazy right now. Let's bring in some preemptive anti-air. And we're going to provide our own smoke there, just so that my infantry can get into the town.
Tommy's ready for battle. Ready, sir. We can't take this anymore.
There was a nice little ambush there actually from the Darcy.
Ready to transport. We'll go. Out.
I've managed to clean up my
At your orders, Captain.
rifles. But what I'm going to try and do here is maybe just get right up to that building.
Taxi ready.
It'd be a little bit risky.
Everybody out.
Oh wow. Okay. Sure. The instant pin due to the AT grenade from the Fusilier.
Siegfried line.
Oh, and look at that. Ju-87.
Stay low. Yes, sir.
Right, AVRE should be able to get some nice shots in here. That's a Grenadier squad down. Very good. Are we into phase B yet? I really want to get my other AVREs in just because I think it'd be hilarious. I'm really tempted to like push on to these Panzerjägers. But the AVRE is just so good at cleaning up these infantry squads and pinning them down. Let's just drive over there manually. Oh, we can definitely pop a Panzerjäger. Ooh, maybe not if a Ju-87 hits the mark. Okay, well my 6-pounder's doing work, which is good. Let's try and push that forwards. AVRE is falling back, but thankfully covered by all of those buildings. Make sure these Bofors are unloaded. Nice driver wound onto the Puma. Okay, I'm going to save for the double AVRE. So I'll just bring in some more rifles to help us push. Can we get a kill onto the 20mm vehicle, please? Wow, he's missing really badly. Alright, 25 seconds until the AVRE is going to arrive. No more Ju-87 fun for you, thank you very much. Right, we finally took out that AA. Time for the ride of the AVREs. Let's go. Double AVRE coming in. Oh, it's going to be nasty. The triple AVRE push through the town. Okay, now we've got the AVRE engaging the Panzerjäger. This is fine. Panzerjäger really has not got a chance of penetrating at this range. It might just be able to. No, it'd have to be like 400 meter range, right? Or even 300 meter range to have a chance to penetrate, so that's not happening anytime soon. Look at Jabal go, though, with the 3 M1s constantly barraging. My rifle is constantly being pinned, which is really annoying. That's why I'm having to bring in more and more rifles, because this IG-18 is actually doing quite a lot of work. It won't necessarily stop my AVRE from making ground, but I'm very surprised that I haven't bumped into a Panzerschreck yet. More AVREs on the way. The pace of the game's actually quite nice, even though it is lagging a little bit. Because it does give us a chance to like have a good look around. The triple Panzer III on this right side. Trying to make ground, but not. So I let him know, maybe he can fix it. Can we get the AVRE onto the IG? Yes, we can. Good stuff. No more IG-18 to worry about. Double AVRE. They're going to take a while to get there at this rate. Slow enough as it is. I'm going to bring in a Command Churchill to this town as well. This is going to be crazy. I should also invest in more anti-air, since these Ju-87s could continue to be a problem. Especially if they cause my AVRE to surrender, for example. Oh, just in time. It hasn't dropped its bombs yet. And it's going to pull out of the dive as the Bofors smack it around. Might actually get the kill there. Nope, not quite. Oh, the Honey actually beat a Panzerjäger in an engagement. That's great. Going to bring in the Crusader AA Mark 1, I think, just because then it's quite mobile. I can use it as infantry fire support. I'll start pushing more aggressively with these rifles now that I've got them in. I am going to bring in a spare rifle squad since our infantry availability has shot up.
What's up, sir? Let's roll.
But at some point, the AVREs will arrive. Don't worry, guys. They'll get there eventually. It's only going to take half an hour.
Wake up, boys. It's not tea time. What's the plan? Move, but watch our flanks.
Okay, let's continue forwards here. We need to pin down the Grenadier. If I can get a good shot on towards those, that would be good. I'm just looking for a fire position shot.
Ready, sir.
One more lag, and Radical is going to be forced to drop, I think. Yep. And we're off. It's like the races now. AVRE is zooming up the road. AI is going to spam all of his units into the middle of the map. Fantastic. Okay. So we should be able to make a lot of ground. Like I said, as soon as these Grenadier get pinned, we're actually in a really good spot. I just don't want my AVRE to fire at the Grenadiers here. That would be bad. So now the real question is, can we win the game before the Jagdpanzers come in? Or Jagdpanthers, I should say. Because they're one thing that can definitely pop these AVREs quite well. But with the pace of the game increasing, it's going to be relatively simple for us to make a lot of ground now. Like, we're in a really good position to do so. I just need the extra infantry to make it work. Okay, let's have those get back in cover before the MG mows them down. Oh, hello. That, my friends, is a Marder. Oh. Is he going to actually drive back towards that? No way. Smoke it off. Okay, that smoke was awful. That was better. Good job, 2-inch mortar carrier. You did it. Oh, this other AVRE is in trouble now. This is so dumb. Okay, this is what a Churchill 7's great for. We have 3 AVREs on the field. What can go wrong? If we manage to get a shot onto this Marder, the AVRE will probably blow it up quite easily. And this poor Granfuhrer is so dead. Did well to keep those alive for a very long time though. Let's just smoke off this right side. I'm a little bit worried about that Pack 40. Don't really have too much to take care of it. I could maybe bring in a Spitfire and bomb it, but I'm not sure about that. There's just no Panzerschrecks. I'm really lucky that there isn't any, because this could be really, really bad. Okay, I'm going to push through with the rifles. Start pushing through on the left side here. Make sure that my command is actually moving up because we've left it behind. I do have the command on the Churchill 7, so it's not a massive issue, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. Marder's not firing. AVRE's getting on target. Goodbye, Marder. Brilliant. I love it when that happens. It's fantastic. Let's make sure we continue smoking this side. Oh no, did my 2-inch mortar carrier get killed? I think it did. Sad times. Okay, we'll keep attack moving forwards with the Crusader AA and Bofors just to make sure those bombing strikes don't do too much. Well, I do need to take out this unit. No way. He actually found a kill onto my AVRE through the front armor. Rip. 1 AVRE down, boys. Savage. Okay, we're going to bring in a couple of more recon squads with the Humber Mark 3s, of really good breakthrough units. And it looks like we're well up to the mortars and stuff now anyway, so hopefully we can make this work. I do need to make sure that there's some smoke here, but like I mentioned already, my 2-inch mortar carrier is dead. And there is a Pack 40 here, so yeah, that kind of sucks. We killed a Panzer IV. This 6-pounder's doing work. It really is. Hasn't been dealt with. That is Pioneer Führer. Okay, we better start running. Not going to be running in time by the looks of things.
My staff and myself are ready, sir.
I'm going to have that recon move up on the right side. I might try and push up a couple of infantry squads on the left side. No chance for those Ju-87s though. I was thinking what else I could bring. A couple of honeys would be not too bad. I could do with some more rifle leaders for the Piats more than anything. Once we get to the edge of the town, it's going to be up to the 17-pounders, so we can start bringing those in as well.
Just get me out of here. Beware of Germans. Engine is running.
Right, we're just going to have the AVRE push forwards, because it doesn't look like our opponent's using Panzerschrecks, so I'm not too concerned about, like, AT per se. This is when I get hit by a Panzerfaust. Yeah, let's come back through there. I don't want to show myself to those. Thank you very much. There we go. Oh, the double miss from the Stossthrup. That is absolutely disgusting. I feel so bad for von Richthofen there. That was lucky. I mean, it's likely that the 15 front armor can bounce one, but like actually like missing completely from that range with Stostrup is quite something. I was playing the risk of moving forwards aggressively with these guys without the infantry support, and I almost paid for it. That would have been rough. Okay, let's just unload the Humbers and not let that get killed, thank you very much. AVREs are probably going to just pop those grenadiers for us. Lovely, another Panzer IV goes down in the mid as well. I could probably sneak a 17 pounder actually in to the right side of this town. And that's slightly far forwards. We'll go for an attack there with the bombing strike. Can we get a shot on, I wonder? Let's bail out. That'll do. Okay, let's have the AVREs push through. Track will destroy actually on one of the AVREs. And my Spitfire's still hanging about, so that's actually going to shoot down one. Okay. Let's just fly towards them. Not going to beat two Focke-Wulf 190s, unfortunately. We're into phase C. This is the territory for enemy Jagd Panthers. Right, let's unload the command and we'll have the command Stuart move forwards to assist our infantry. I do need way more infantry here, so we'll bring in a couple more. Let's unload that. Okay, it's not in line of sight, that's really bad. Let's try and get out of line of sight with the Churchill. I'm going to have to bring up some supply because my AVRE here is track wheel destroyed. At least the 17 pounder can do the job. That's the Panzer down. And we're in like a really good position. Like if we get like seriously off mapped, we're in trouble. But like for now, I'm okay. I mean this off map plus the Nebelwerfer or whatever that was is pretty rough actually. Where's my Crusader AA? Oh, it's falling back. I was wondering why there wasn't 3 attacks going up. That's fine. Okay, let's leave the honey in here. This off map's pretty rough. We've been off map like this entire game. I'm not even sure what by.
We're listening to you. Just get out of here.
Ah, oh, damn it! I shouldn't have made those fall back so soon.
At your orders. Redeploying air defense.
I think I'm gonna need some more 17 pounders, but honestly, will they get there in time? I don't think so. We're in just like a really rough position because the Piats have been forced back. The AVREs can't really kill something like a Stug 3 easily. It can, but just not easily.
Take cover, Lieutenant. Going hunting. Let's roll. Get ready, boys. Everybody out. Tommy's ready for battle.
Alright, just trying to get these guys into buildings, into cover, because I need to basically create a wall between me and these infantry. Oh wow, that off map killed the supply with the first hit. That is just terrible. Terrible news. We made some room on the left side. I don't think my Bofors are going to be able to stop these fighters for now. Oh, it's just really, really bad position with all of this artillery coming down. So much focus on this side. Doesn't really help that we are under threat from the right flank. Pretty rough. I might even keep these 17 pounders back for the time being. So much artillery coming in. Still making room on this left side, which is not too bad. Which is giving us way more territory. I just need to figure out a way to deal with Pack 40s. I guess we could go for like artillery. I have been wanting more smoke for a little while, so yeah, artillery will do the job. I could have brought in artillery a lot sooner actually, because I had been floating points. I've just been funneling it into infantry that's been smacked about by this off map. Crazy how accurate this off map is, I'll tell you that much. Oh, nice. Might actually be able to surrender these guys. Need some more rifles in here. Thank you very much. Glad this Crusader AA is still live because this Bofors is low on ammunition. I'm scared that if I go to the right here with the Churchill, it's going to get killed. And there's the off map. Okay, he can see my recce. That's weird. I didn't think they would be close enough. Odd. There must be some recon there that we can't see. Oh wow, okay. Looks like we're going to lose all of our vehicles. Is that a Panther? No. It's 2 Stugs, I think. We lost the AVRE, we lost the Churchill 7. Is that my last AVRE gone? It is. Sad times. Mission failed, boys. Just a lot of pressure. Von Richthofen and Ledarcy are trying to stop us from making ground here. Bring up another priest. We do have the extra infantry on the way, so that's alright. Lacking command though, I think. Waiting for fire coordinates. Roger. We can't take this anymore. Someone called for a cab. No, let's just unload these guys and spread them out a bit. Get them off the main road. And I'll try and push through. Or maybe just push down to kill the Stug 3, because it's going to come around the corner. Waiting for instructions, sir. Driver wound, is that it? Oh, that's savage. And second shot does the job. Not bad. Panzergrans. That's no fun. I feel like I should move this AT gun,
Jerry's dead.
this
We're ready, sir.
orchard.
Everybody, check your ammo. Move, and watch your flanks. We're ready, sir.
Now that's the grenadiers taken out there. Good.
Everybody up. Let's hope Jerry won't catch us in the open.
Ooh, these Stugs might go down.
Setting up, sir. Let's go, driver.
Please fire.
Need a ride.
Wow, okay. I'm getting cut there by the
At your orders, sir.
elevation. That's really rough. That should have been at least one Stug kill. But apparently not.
Prepare AV just in case. Yes, sir.
See if we can push this left side. Nope, never mind.
Ready to fire. We're listening to you.
Right, we got command in position. It's good.
Be alert, soldiers. Just get me out of here.
Darcy really insisting on pushing this right road.
Ready?
I'm not sure if putting a 17 pounder through there's a good idea just yet, so I'm going to avoid doing so.
Yes, sir.
Now we have a severe lack of anti-air at the moment because this Bofors does not have ammunition. Let's bring up a couple more.
He's burning.
Like, it's bad enough as it is with all of the off-map and the Nebelwerfers and stuff that have been hitting us.
Just get me out of here. Let's get out of here. Artillery at your orders.
Got a pretty decent position here actually for the Shurimis.
Go, gentlemen. Beware of Huns.
Now our AT gun should nearly be here, which will be really good. Oh, just need to make sure that that Stuart gets out of line of sight. The other one was in line of sight. That's annoying.
We stay here.
Come on, please get a kill. Oh wow. The timing on this is just ridiculous.
We can't take this anymore.
Completely unintentional as well.
Loud and clear. Successful hit.
Right, I just need to unload this in line of sight
Everybody out.
and then carry on.
Luco, out. Someone called for a cab.
There we go, there's one down.
Go,
See if we can get the others.
beware of Huns.
The 17 pounder again not firing.
Ah, I'm hit. Just get me out
It's
of
just they just refuse to aim because they have like that weird elevation bug. I don't know entirely how to avoid that. I think you just have to move them and try again.
here. Ready to bruise some tanks, sir?
Really, really rough. At least we forced them back for now. Lost that Bofors unnecessarily though.
Yes, sir.
Just getting frustrated.
Someone called for a cab.
Bring in some infantry.
Gun checked and ready.
And I think I'm going to bring in maybe some Air Force, like a Spitfire or something. Maybe we can bait out like a Focke-Wulf engagement.
We can't take it anymore. Go back slowly.
Wow, I actually got bombed as well.
That's a good firing position. Loader, prepare AP just in case. Roger. On my way. Get ready, boys.
We're really lacking like the infantry to support these AT guns.
We can't take this anymore. What's up, Control?
That's why I brought in 8 units of infantry.
Fire. Smash them.
Oh, they're all gonna go that way. That's weird.
We can give some fire support, sir. Stay low. At your service, sir. Go in there. Be alert, soldiers. Taxi ready. We've got casualties. What's up, Captain? One more kill.
I see we can take out this Stug.
Someone called for a cab.
Oh, well, my honey actually managed to take out a Stug there. And we just took out another one.
Yes.
Now we're not going to get our AT guns into line of sight. This is really rough. Like, there's just so much infantry that we're up against. From 2 players.
Receiving loud and clear.
My Typhoon AT actually went down. Okay, well, sure.
Roger, heading back to base.
I guess we only have like 2 units of infantry now, but still. Or 2 units of AA, sorry. One is pinned, so there is that. And these guys are just driving through, the Stugs. Not having a say. Sure. Okay. That's fine. Go on, boys.
We can give some fire support, sir.
I think the like Panzergrens are like using their grenades or something. I don't know. There's a real big opportunity for them to just surrender all of my rifles here. This could be really bad. Oh, that was a really bad place to unload as well.
Ready, sir.
And we gotta kill off that Volksdeutsche.
Jerry's close.
Oh, please. Okay, never mind. They're all surrendered.
Don't shoot.
Some really shitty positions I've been in.
Okay, control.
Oh well.
Target. Understood.
Let's have these guys try it on the left side. I'm surprised these rifles aren't dead yet, like the Stugs troop.
We surrender.
Usually would just cut those down.
Anti-tank team operational, sir. We've got them. How bad is the ack over there? Anti-air guns ready. At your orders, Captain.
Alright, let's just pin these grenadiers if we can.
Need a ride. Copy, sir. Get out now.
And we'll continue forwards. Okay.
Someone called for a cab.
We have a +2, so 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Game obviously got extended at the start because of the lag, which wasn't great. If I can get in a building here, that would be good. We don't have our command in range though, so that's not good.
Jerry's close.
Move those rifles to kind of block, put those on return fire. Need to give that the extra veterancy.
Need a ride.
Guess we'll bring in a Challenger. I'm gonna load up that 17 pounder and we're gonna try and get it into a position
Let's go and look for Jerry. Transportation.
to kill these Stugs.
We can't go any faster than that. Transportation core ready. Start the engine, we're moving. At your orders, Captain.
I guess a Challenger would have been actually a pretty good choice earlier on because it does have the turret. That's all that I really need right now.
There. Get out now. Roger. Target down.
As long as it hit the mark, of course.
Gentlemen. Let's have
And those guys are getting spotted by the Fusiliers.
Yes. Loader, prepare AP just in case. Fire. Smash them.
I think our opponent is pretty low on infantry because we're seeing a lot of Fusiliers.
Yes, sir. Roger. Any update?
Need to be careful with the Spitfire actually because all of my anti-air's pinned down. Or killed, for that matter. We'll take out one of those Stugs though, that's good. Well, the other one might fall back in line of sight. No such luck.
Radio check, red 1-6, over.
Alright, next thing then, just have the challengers push up. We came up against the wall of Stugs in the end. And it's just been rough.
Move front. We've got them. Fire. Smash them. We're operational.
Bring up these rifle leaders. Get those rifles into the town. Like, losing the rifles earlier on really put me in a terrible position, but it's only 30 seconds, sorry, till the end of the game. So let's just try and make a play onto this Stug. It is actually aiming at the Bedford supply, so yeah, we should get a clean kill here. Or not. One challenger.
At your orders.
Oh, frustrating. Okay. Do you want to actually get the kill? You've got 8 seconds. 8 seconds, challenger. Oh, good job, gunner, indeed. Fantastic. We made it all the way to the end. A very, very frustrating game when all of that artillery was coming down, but we won in the end. 4,470 kills to 3,155 losses. A lot of my plays were very questionable throughout this. Maybe I should have brought in the artillery earlier. That is definitely a big thing. Other than that, like, yeah, throwing away all the rifles was really, really bad. I think I should have maybe just created a second line of defense with those rifles, because those Stug 3s were actually quite oppressive. Just having an abundance of those. But von Richthofen and Ladarcy just trying to, like, fend off my push, and it was very difficult to go up against. But AVRE did the job. Look at that. Nice kill list there for the AVRE. Honey did well as well. 6-pounder on the right side. It was sniping those Panzer IVs in the mid. I just kept seeing that message pop up like Panzer IV has been destroyed, which was nice. This third AVRE did well, killing off quite a lot of infantry squads. This one not so good. Once we got past that little choke point at the top of the town, it really just went bad because the Panther came over. And I was also trying to deal with those Stugs at a much closer range than I should have. My AT just didn't have the infantry it needed to support. Because my infantry, I think I just wasn't... I don't know. I think I was just like being very careful with how much infantry I committed. But it's not really something that you need to do with the 15th Infantry. I should have had an abundance of infantry, if anything, like too much. And that would have been the better way to go. Like towards the end there, when I was bringing like 8 units of infantry in at the same time, that's what I should have been doing earlier, just to make sure those 17-pounders were covered off. The 17-pounder in the end did kill off 2 of the Stug 3s. This one also killing a couple Stug 3s, and that does pay off a 17-pounder, so that's not too bad. And then the challenger at the end finally getting that kill. The job done nonetheless, and it was a quite fun game. So enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did too. Make sure, as always, to check out the links in the description. I will leave the code down there for the division if you would like to use it, with all of those AVREs packed in. But that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.